Now, we've all seen it before. Sometimes the most successful people in business, they're not always the smartest planners, but they are the fastest learners. They have a great way to turn ideas into experiments, experiments into data, and then data into a final cash flowing product. So here are 3 additional game-changing ideas that I learned from the book that completely made me think about everything differently. So the minimum viable product. Let's take a look at Dropbox. Dropbox is the online cloud storage that everybody knows and loves, but it didn't start out by just writing a bunch of code and completing the final product. What they did instead was created a very short and simple video that showed the concept, and then they measured how many people signed up for the product. That single video generated massive demand before writing a single line of code. So for you and me, what we can do is build the smallest possible product that will test our core idea. All right, so game changer number 2 is the loop or the cycle called build, measure, and learn. Stop planning everything perfectly before you get started. What you want to do instead is you want to build small, measure immediately, then learn from the feedback, and then repeat that loop over and over again. So take this YouTube channel, for instance. As I started it, I wanted to plan out every video, write every script, do every bit of research before I ever hit the record button. So instead, what I'm going to do is make one simple video about one particular topic, hit publish, then measure and analyze the data. Find out what works, what doesn't, and then make the 1% improvement for the very next video. But these 2 steps are not the complete package. What you need is number 3, and that is validation through learning. In fact, Harvard Research did a study and found that entrepreneurs were 6 times more likely to succeed if they talked to actual customers instead of simply doing market research. So the main takeaway with this principle is you want to stop assuming and you want to start testing, because doing any type of customer validation is going to give you way more data than any amount of long-term planning ever could. So your next idea does not have to be perfect. It just needs to be testable. So pick one thing that you have been overthinking, make the smallest version possible, and test it this coming week.